Welcome back to the Ride Along channel, where I'm out here sort of semi-powered up in these gusts I'm in now, nicely powered up on a 5-meter spy from point 7, a nice freestyle wave crossover, really nice stable sail for these gusty conditions, and I'm in very flat water. I actually want to take this down into some bumps and have a good old play in it just now, but what I'm doing with you guys for a short while is running you through the back-winded tack. And the back-winded tack is my go-to tack 9 out of 10 times. When I'm trying to tack around, it's a back-winded tack. And there's a few key points that will change you from a classic fast tack to this back-winded style tack. A lot of the elements, a lot of the rudimental skills are the same. The key bit that makes you back-winded is when you make the transition from one side of the boom to the other. So a couple of key things that should be the same to start with for a good tack to a back-winded tack. Even if you're not quite on the plane, or you are on the plane, from the harness, front hand goes to the mast. Do that while you're steering upwind and when you know you've got a decent bit of space to tack in, of course. You then drive the board up and into the wind by pulling the rig towards the back and steadily applying pressure onto the outside or the heel of your leading foot. That will drive you upwind nice and far. The aim is to go through the wind and then backwind the sail just for a cheeky moment or two. And I think to make this as clear as possible, I'm going to use a whole bunch of different clips from different angles, filmed on different kit. Back-winded through the eye of the wind, use your front hand to pull the rig, that's your original front hand, to pull the rig from one side of the board to the other side. Because you've already gone through the wind, you've got loads of space on the new side of the board. Catch the boom or the mast with your front hand, it really doesn't matter. And then give your backhand, your new backhand, a bit of a shove. Keeping the sail low, that will turn the board just a few degrees more through the wind. It'll also help you keep your balance, as in staying on top of the board, which is definitely a goal when we're doing a back-winded tack. We don't just fall in backwards like you might try and do with a fast tack. Your aim is to be on top of the board. Keep it there, just to really make it understandable, I think. Is the board goes through the eye of the wind just before you step around. Don't hang around there. Drive up and into the wind. Possibly a cheeky bit of back foot pressure at the last second just to drive that board through the wind. Those last few degrees. Push off your backhand. And then return the wind to its normal side. The great thing about this is it doesn't matter if I'm on an 80-litre waveboard or 146 Gecko that I'm currently on, a massive stable board to try and make this position nice and clear. Or like you've seen through this video, I'm flashing other kit across the screen at the same time. That split moment of being back-winded is making your fast tack slightly slower, but giving you a much greater chance of success. And ultimately, I think that's the goal when we're windsurfing. Chances of success. A good tack for me is a dry tack. And a dry tack that hopefully has taken me a good distance upwind with each tack. And let's be honest, the only reason we tack, not jibe, is because we're trying to get back upwind to then have some fun doing something else. So, to recap, the core skills of a good tack remain the same for this back-winded idea I'm giving you now. Sailing upwind, make sure you have some space. still in the harness, and the foot straps if you are in them, same if you're not, front hand goes to the mast. Unhook and drive the board really far upwind and into the wind. And through the wind, just a few degrees through the wind. Leading front hand pulls the mast hard from one side to create the space on the new side of the board. Back wind with a bit of a shove off the new back hand keeps you buoyant, keeps you on the board, and when you're ready, you've then got all the time in the world to do what you like on the new side. If you really get good at them, you can even turn that back-winded tack into what I call a no-handed tack, or possibly even a boomerang tack. It's the same action, just super exaggerated, so all that back-winded stuff happens because you've been so dynamic on that first push, using that original front hand. And you're seeing a few of these on screen now, a few back-winded, no-handed, or boomerang tacks coming in. Really getting low and back-winding that sail. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. Let me know how you get on. I can't speak today. And thanks as always for joining me.